Hi, this is Ishan from Rev Sports, and welcome to the morning show for the pre-match for the fourth day of the Test match. Here, it's been an intriguing Test match. It's been a mixed one, but at the end of the day, the Indians have taken the dominating lead at the moment. Yashasvi Jaiswal, Rohit Sharma batting at the crease, and they're seeming fairly comfortable. But before we talk about the first session of play today, I think Devashish and Shomik, who are joining with me today, we have to really discuss, Ashwin's five-wicket haul once again, because I think a lot of viewers should know that the impact of that performance that R. Ashwin gave us. Devashish, I would like if you could, get it started off here with just explaining that impact that Ashwin provided us.
Yes, Ishan, good morning. Yeah, the fact that Ashwin, and high standard he has set for himself, I mean, see, he still has 17 wickets in the series, which is the third most by an Indian in this series so far. So that speaks volumes. Means he may not have got truckload of wickets in this series. There's some echo
The
going
slight
on.
echo, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's no echo,
So
Devashish. You can
what I was saying that even though he has not taken a truckload of wickets in the series, but he still stands at the third spot with 17 wickets, and that speaks volumes of the high standards he set, and he has been brilliant in this series, Ishan.
Absolutely. And Shomik, with Ashwin, Kuldeep Yadav also had an impactful performance, not only with the ball, but also with the bat. So just talk about the performances with the bat and ball from Kuldeep Yadav, with the partnership that he built and the importance of that and those four wickets as well.
Ishan, we should go back to the first innings when Kuldeep was inexplicably underbowled, especially during that partnership between Joe Root and Ben Foakes and Root and Ollie Robinson. Kuldeep is a wicket-taking bowler, irrespective of conditions. I mean, we saw it yesterday also. He is one who gives the ball a real rip. The ball he
Yeah.
bowled to the ball he bowled to Zaf Crawley, it was a ripper. I mean, the way Crawley was batting, a special delivery was needed to dismiss him, and Kuldeep did that. I no disrespect to Ashwin, he is a great bowler in his own right. But Shoaib Bashir also claimed 5 wickets. But was the best bowler yesterday. That is number one. As far as his batting is concerned, he showed real grit. A lot of
Mhm.
common sense was applied. Apart from Dhruv Jurel, he was the Indian batsman who faced so many balls on this pitch, on a treacherous pitch, odd ball is skipping low, someone is turning sharply. The pitch is spiteful and with unpredictable bounce. The grit he showed, and that 76-run partnership with Dhruv Jurel, that brought India back into the contest. Because if England would have taken a lead of around 80, 90, then the game would have been gone. So I think
Yeah.
if India win this test match, then obviously I think Dhruv Jurel would be adjudged the man of the match because of his 90. But Kuldeep's contribution would be very, very close.
Fair point, Shomik. Fair point. We have Bharat joining us from Ranchi as well. Bharat, welcome. And Shomik mentioned Dhruv Jurel. We've spoken about Dhruv Jurel before, but we have to mention him once again here. Impactful 90. Your thoughts on that performance and the kind of mental stability he showed on the crease. He's not had too much first-class cricket under his belt, but he still managed holding his nerve and performing well. So speak on Dhruv Jurel, Bharat.
I couldn't hear. Hello, can you just come
Yes.
again?
Okay, I think Bharat's having some problems. Devashi, why don't you just take that up again?
Yeah, can you get back to me the question,
Yeah,
please?
so so just to comment on Dhruv Jurel once again.
Yeah, he has been brilliant. Obviously, he had an impressive debut in the last Test match in Rajkot, where he scored that 46 runs, and to back it up with a 90. And as Shomik
Mhm.
rightly said, that partnership of 76 runs with Kuldeep Yadav has brought India back into this game.
Yep.
And given the way he showed his maturity, his game sense, the greed, the willingness to stay in the middle, means Test match is all about spending time in the middle, to strike partnership, and that is what he has done in this Test match. And once Kuldeep was out, the way he accelerated, that speaks volumes of his maturity. Means obvious, and hitting those three sixes. Obviously, he would be unfortunate to miss out on the 100, but I totally enjoyed his celebrations after his
Yep.
scored his 50. Means giving a salute to his father. Obviously, his father will be very emotional, and obviously, I would say that Bharat is a player to watch out for in the future, and he's our best bet as far as wicketkeeper batter is concerned after Rishabh Pant.
100%. So, Shomik, in your opinion, Dhruv Jurel should be getting the player of the match if India goes on to win this. Let's talk a little bit about the first session today. India is on top. How do you think they should go about playing out this first session?
Ishan, I mean, see, there is still a lot of cricket to be played in this game. 152 runs to be scored on a 4K pitch, and it will not be easy. India are favorites to win this, but it will not be easy. England will come back hard this morning. And also, we need to keep in mind that since 2014, India haven't chased anything in excess of 150 in a fourth innings. So, but the way they have started, and I was a bit surprised that last evening England didn't use James Anderson at all. I think Anderson will start the positives today. The first 1 hour and an hour and a half would be very very important. And if India can see off that first 1 hour and a half, they are through. If England get a few quick wickets, then India would be under serious pressure. But still, given that we have some good players against Spain, Yashashi Jaiswal, Rohit Sharma are there. Sarfraz is a very good player against Spain. So Jurel is Jurel is the man in form. So given everything, I think India should pull it off, because if they can't pull it off, they will be really disappointed. There
They
might be
will.
hiccups on the way, but I expect India to pull this one off.
Yes, I think that's all. I think all of us would be expecting the same. Devashish, do you think Yashasvi Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma's approach will be the same attacking one, or coming into day 4 here today, they might be a little careful early on?
Yes, Ishan, I would say Yashasvi Jaiswal has been the difference between both the sides. Means
Hmm.
obviously, if you look at that statistics, obviously India had four players who have scored 100 in the series, whereas England have three players who have scored 100. But Yashasvi Jaiswal has scored two big double hundred, and that is what has made the difference between both the sides. He has already scored 634 runs, and as shared by our colleagues Snehasis in the morning, that he is just Virat Kohli has scored 655 runs in 2016 series against England, and you can make out it's only the fourth test match of the series, which is still a test match to be played, and he has already scored 634 plus runs, and he will get another opportunity, another test match. So, and he might well be targeting that highest score by an Indian in a test series that was scored by Sunil Gavaskar. So that speaks volumes of the youngster. And
I
remember,
mean,
he's just young. Means obviously he has just played 8, 9 test matches so far, and that it speaks volumes of his temperament, the grit, the dedication, hard work, and it has clearly reflected in the series so far. He has been the difference between both sides when it comes to batting. Because if you look at the scores, I will just share some
yeah,
statistics. And
sure.
obviously, Shubman Gill, the second highest scorer for India, has scored 290 runs, including 100, followed by Rohit, who has scored 266 runs, Jadeja, who has scored 213 runs. And when you take it into account, Yashasvi Jaiswal, 634 runs. And when you come to England, their highest scorer has been Jack Crawley with 328 runs. And that has been the difference between the two sides in this test series so far. Ishan.
100% Devashish. Yeah. Shomik, very interesting point made by Devashish that Yashasvi has been the key. And you already mentioned that if he loses wicket early on, that could put tremendous pressure. So, hypothetically, if Yashasvi Jaiswal gets out early, what would this result in? And do you think the Indian batting lineup could possibly crumble?
Um, Ishan, Yashasvi is the price breaker for England.
Can you try echo, Shomik?
Ishan,
Bharat, can you go on mute for a second? Yeah, Shomik, continue.
yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Yeah,
So,
I'm just saying double voice.
I think Bharat, Bharat, can you mute for a second? Okay, Shomik, continue. Yes.
yeah. Ishan, see, Yashasvi is the prize wicket for England. But, I mean, I don't like to see that this Indian team is dependent on an individual.
Hmm.
Rohit scored a century. Rohit has been inconsistent in this series, but he scored a century last game and under pressure. If Yashasvi gets out early, India would be under pressure. But then again, we have to take into account of the fact that Shubman Gill has been in good second innings form. I mean, he
Yes.
scored a century in the second inning, in the second test and a 90 in the third test. So I have a lot of faith in Shubman Gill, Sarfraz Khan, Rohit Sharma. At the end of the day, 152 is not. I mean, given the conditions and the situation, it might be a big chasing target. But this Indian team should have the belief, and I think they have the belief. If Jessassi stays for a couple of hours, the game is gone. The game is done and dusted. That is a different matter. But even if he gets out early, Indian team should believe, and I think they will believe, and I expect them to pull this one off.
Yes. Devashish, if Shuman Gill gets an opportunity today, I think it'll be the perfect platform. Like Shomik mentioned, he's a second innings player, at least for now. So I'm sure he'll be waiting for that opportunity as well to continuously get some runs under as well, don't you think?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And Shubman Gill, the batter he is, obviously he would be eyeing to score a big knock. But for me, I would say that the key will be that opening partnership. They have already put 40 runs, and if they stay in the middle for another 1 hour, I think that partnership will be stretched to who knows. Means it might be as well be is 70, 80, and that will give enough confidence in that dressing room. Obviously, as Shoaib Bashir did mention in the post-days play press conference, that this wicket has a lot to offer. Means there has been too many rough patches, too many cracks, and ball is keeping low. So it will be difficult task, but then the Indian openers have to bat the way they have batted so far in the series, be in a positive frame of mind, and do not let go an opportunity when there is an opportunity to score runs, and that is what Yashasvi has been doing throughout this series. He has been spot on. He has been brilliant in this series, and Rohit Sharma, as Shomik said, he scored a brilliant 100, and he would also love to back it up with a valuable contribution in this test match, because a lot at stake as far as this test series is concerned. If India goes on to win this test match, the series is sealed, and
Yeah.
series is sealed, and that will means obviously what an incredible thing will it be for the Indian team, comeback for the Indian team, given they lost that first test match in Hyderabad by 28 runs, and then to
Yes.
bounce back in the manner they have done means all convincing wins. If you look at the second test, the third test, and this test as well, it has been a very dominating performance by the Indian team, and I for one would be banking on the two openers and also Shubman Gill, because those are our three batters who have scored runs in the series, and not to forget the likes of Sarfaraz Khan and Dhruv Jurel. But I have no doubts whatsoever that India will go on to win this test match and the series.
Absolutely, Debashir. I think it'll be a fantastic Test series win. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves because you mentioned Bashir and Shaumak Bashir obviously bowled just outstandingly well in the first innings. So talk about Bashir and how do the Indians counter him in this game of play at the moment? The ball might turn a lot more now, and they'll have to play him out very very smartly. So how do you counter out Bashir?
This is for me, Ishan.
Yes, for you, Shomik.
Yeah. See, Shoaib Bashir kept things simple. In the first innings, what he did, he bowled over the wicket to right-handers. He is not a big turner of the ball. He hit the right areas. He has a high arm action, and what happens on such a surface, batsmen tend to play with low hands. And when someone is that tall and has a high arm action, he tends to extract bounce of the surface. So that was the degree of difficulty. But
Yes.
Dhruv Jurel showed how to counter Shoaib Bashir by using his feet, by getting to the pitch of the ball, by not allowing him to hit the right areas. So give Dhruv Jurel has already shown that how to counter Shoaib Bashir. We have to take into account that Ben Stokes is a fantastic captain in terms of the way he handles his young spinners, and they will put a lot of pressure on the Indian batters. They'll put a lot of pressure on the umpires also with their appeals. But I think that Dhruv Jurel's template to counter Shoaib Bashir, that it, that every every player has his own way of countering a bowler, but that is, I think, that I like that very much, and that is a very very foolproof option in terms of countering Shoaib Bashir.
Yes, and we have Snehashi joining us here. Snehashi Mukherjee, welcome. We're talking about Bashir and the partnership of Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma. So I want you to discuss that partnership, the importance of it, and the possible counter attack against Bashir.
Sorry, you were talking about the partnership that Jurel had against
Yes,
or the Jaiswal
no,
and Rahit?
the partnership that we see today between Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma. The
Yesterday,
importance
when
of
we chat, we were also discussing the same, the importance of scoring those important for quick 40 runs in 8 overs, because we all
yes,
know that when the ball is going to be old, it is very tough to score runs, and the spinners might get done on the fourth or fifth day of a test match in India. So I think that was the main plan for both Rohit and Jaiswal to look for quick runs when the ball is new, and they attacked from the ball one. And I think the 40 runs, whatever they scored yesterday, it is very vital in the context of
yeah,
the chase, because the equation right now is just 150 runs, and we are all hopeful that it will be easy now for the team because all 10 wickets left, and whatever the batting we have, it should be an easy target. But you never know, one or two wickets bring some drama, and maybe the spinner, because Tom Hartley is currently the highest wicket taker in this series. So you have to give some respect to the bowler, because when he came along with Shoaib Bashir and all, they are not so much experienced. Still, they have managed to pick up the line and length, whichever is needed to bowl in
yes,
India. So that's the credit you have to give them. Without so much experience, they managed to find it so quickly. And I think if today they manage, both Jaiswal and Rohit managed to negotiate them properly or calmly, you can say, in the first 30 minutes, I think India should get home easily.
yeah. I think they should. Snehashi, just one more question for you. Do you think they should maintain the same tempo from yesterday, or just look to play it out easy early on and then start accelerating?
I think the first 30 or 1 hour, I think they should be a little bit, calm and composed, because I think in the morning sessions, I don't think two spinners will be bowling. I think James Anderson will come with the ball, because you never know in the morning session, anything can happen from the pitch. Uh, a little bit of seam movement can help James Anderson to find the edges of any batter, and James Anderson's quality against both the openers like Rohit and Jaiswal. Jaiswal have been like smashing every bowler, though he hit three sixes, I know, consecutively to James Anderson, but that is after hitting so many balls. If you see the initial start of his innings, he always try to respect James Anderson, because James Anderson so much quality, and he knows if he tries to go for big shot, then he can get some edges and got out. So I think that
Yes.
for 2 minutes or 1 hour, both batters should give some calm and composed approach, and then when that phase is gone, I think that will be easy for them, and India should win this game
Yes.
comfortably.
Devashish, I think before we wrap up this live, we'll have to talk about Jimmy Anderson because he was a threat in the early 2000s. He's still a threat today. So, how do the Indians go about playing him? I don't think they should take him too lightly because this is someone who has all the experience in the world and can at any moment possibly get back England in this test match. So, a word on Jimmy Anderson here.
Yeah, obviously, he has been a legend in his own right. Means given the way he has performed, it speaks volumes of his longevity, and he's a great bowler, no doubt. Means obviously, but then he has not performed that the way he would have liked. Only eight wickets in the series, if I'm not wrong, and obviously he would love to, but this is his day. Means obviously you might say that it is a 4 day wicket where the spinners will have a bigger role, but I wouldn't be surprised if England starts with Jimmy and Anderson from one end and attack with Shoaib Bashir from the other end. Means obviously, and and perhaps may have, as Shomik rightly said, it was a bit surprising that England have not started with Jimmy Anderson last night. Given he dismissed Rohit Sharma in the first innings. So means obviously the ball is still new, so and another thing I would like to highlight here is that England have let themselves down. Had they batted out the day yesterday, they would have got an opportunity to use the heavy roller. But that was
Yeah.
not the case. Since they were all out, India had the opportunity to use a light roller. So had England batted the day out yesterday, they would have definitely used the heavy roller. Their cracks would have opened farther up, and that would have assisted their spinners, so
Yeah.
Tom Hartley and Shoaib Bashir. So they have themselves to blame to get bundled out for 145.
Fair enough, Devashish. Shomik, your final thoughts on Jimmy Anderson?
I mean, he is great. He is a legend, and I mean, Ben Stokes can continue not giving him a ball. India won't mind, basically. See, James Anderson is a bowler who can give you a wicket in any conditions. That wobble seam, that rebirth swing with the older ball, that conventional swing with the new ball, the delivery he bowled to Rohit Sharma in the first innings. So I was very surprised he didn't start the proceedings yesterday. I think they will do the course correction, England, and they will start off with Jimmy Anderson. And Jimmy Anderson, see, he's a role model. His longevity, his dedication, it speaks volumes for his discipline and dedication towards cricket. And
Yeah.
he is a role model for every young budding fast bowler. So Jimmy Anderson is a legend. I mean, and also I think on a fourth wicket, irrespective of England having the spinners and Shoaib Bashir has taken a 5 wicket haul in the first innings, Jimmy Anderson could be India's biggest threat.
He could, yes. I think that's all. I think that's a fact that we all can agree on. Your final predictions for the day, I would like to ask all of y'all. Devashish, why don't you start? And do you think India could possibly win this in the first session itself? It's a bit optimistic, but with Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma on the crease, anything is possible. But what do you think?
If they stay in the middle for an hour, definitely we are in for a finish by the stroke of lunch. But then definitely cricket is a very uncertain game. Means obviously England with a quick few wickets, then we might have to wait till the second session. But
Yes.
it's better to let the match finish during the second session because we all have to rush to the office, because we have a and it would be better off to do the live from our office, from our studio. So I, for
Yeah.
one, would
Yeah.
love to see the match being stretched to the T session, second session rather. But as rightly said, you have to rightly said that if Rohit and Yashasvi stay in the middle for an hour, I don't see the match getting stretched after lunch.
Yes. That's a true test lover speaking there. Shomik, why don't you tell us your predictions?
Ishan, it will not be easy. I mean, I think this series has been a seesaw. We have seen a seesaw battle in this series so far, punches and counter punches, and I think this morning is going to play that way also. But I still expect India to edge it.
Okay. Snehashish, to end it all?
Obviously, India to win, but I think one and a half session maybe, and with 7 wickets. I'm giving all prediction. I'm giving in
Okay.
one go.
That's the best way to do it, I think. Very, like, whatever you think is right. Anyway, it's going to be an intriguing day of the test match. I think a lot is left to be played for, and we can only hope that India, Jaswar and Rohit Sharma can help in seeing us through. This is all for now, and we'll see you post the test match. Thank you all for joining.